close out the internet.
And
okay.
We are live. Sorry, well, apologies about the delay. We were having technical difficulties with the internet. The interwebs is giving us a bit of trouble.
Technical difficulties. Jen was.
No, look.
Jen was having and I think Jen is still.
No, fuck it. It's great. It's, you know what? It's very apt. You know, kind of like, say, you know, Stone Age technology, the internet that it is. Hello and welcome to a special Jurassic June Trashfire. Myself and Jen have decided to review 1994's Flintstones. Yes, the live action adaptation of the famous Hanna-Barbera cartoon. The director, Brian Levett. I actually got to chat to this dude on Garth Video Tasties channel. Super nice dude, super down to earth. I chatted with him, and Larry Horror Cat Dad was there, and Garth was there, and Eric has put it there. Well, let's see what Eric says. The technical difficulties are perfect for a trash fire. Makes a trash fire stream. We don't want it too fucking trash fiery. But yeah, this is a fun flick. It's a fun flick.
It is.
It's not perfect. It fucking done gangbusters at the cinema. It was. What was the budget and what did it make, babe? Can you remember?
I know compared to what it made, it was a pretty minuscule budget. You know, I don't think they were expecting anything too big with this one, even though it had quite, especially for the 90s, had quite an all-star cast. And like you were saying, everybody was having fun with this. I do know, and this is the one that kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, and nothing against her, but I do think the one person that might not have had as much fun as the rest of them was Rosie O'Donnell, who played Betty Rubble in this. She wasn't bad. But a lot of people were like, she doesn't look anything like Betty. And she even said the only reason she got it is because she remembered the laugh from the show and she could copy the laugh pretty well. But I know a lot of dickheads were really on her saying that she was too heavy to be Betty.
Yeah, I know. Look, fucking seriously, what you get shit like that today? Oh, yeah. The character's too kind of the character isn't the right color. The character isn't the right race. Come on, fucking give the person a chance. Eric has another comment here. He says, "I love the Flintstones movie for what it is. Look at the source material. What did you expect?" Yeah, I think the budget was 43 million and it made 362 million.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 90s money. Yeah, which was a lot. But Levett had a great crew on board. He had Industrial Light and Magic doing all the digital kind of dinosaurs and stuff. And he had Jim Henson's workshop doing the dinosaurs. And as Jen says, you could tell that the kind of features, especially some of them were reminiscent as well of the dinosaurs from Jen's favorite show, the Dinosaurs TV show, which we need to do a video retrospective on. I think that'd be cool at some stage.
I would love to do that, especially because you're such a big dinosaurs guy. And I loved that show as a kid. But getting back to the Flintstones, this is very reminiscent of that. And it works perfectly. And as Eric said, the set design and look of the creatures were damn good. And they were. I mean, even though this wasn't a huge budgeted film, you couldn't tell it by the way it looks. And also, we have a pretty good, respectable cast. Halle Berry was kind of becoming a thing. She wasn't as big as she was going to get. But everyone was definitely taking notice of her at this time. Everybody loves John Goodman. And, he's made a couple of stinkers, but he's very likable. And he is a perfect kind of Fred Flintstone. I mean, for that time period, they probably got the right guy. And even Rick Moranis, and I know there was some naysayers before the film actually came out that were like, we don't know about, but actually he's not bad either. He's kind of the inverse of Betty. He's a little small because, Barney was kind of, a husky guy too. And he's a little slight in stature, but he gets the mannerisms really good. And you can kind of buy the friendship Fred and Barney have with one another, which really holds the movie together.
There is great chemistry. John Goodman, I think, was born to play Fred Flintstone. Although, again, I was watching this and I had to stop and ask Jen, has he made Fred Flintstone from Boston? He's given Fred Flintstone a Boston accent. Was that
I
me? Was that just me?
No, I heard it a few times too, and I think I remember thinking something like that as a kid. But then I got to remember John Goodman is a Chicago guy, and I also think he was trying to tap into what the Flintstones were based on, the Honeymooners. I think he was trying to do a Ralph Crandon impression
Okay, okay.
to mixed results, but not half bad. And also where John Goodman shines, and everybody, there is a lot of physical comedy in this movie, and people think it's really easy, but it's just the actors are that good and they make it look easy. And John Goodman, even though he's kind of a big guy, is kind of one of those guys that's very light on their feet and can do a lot of, physical comedy and do it very well.
Yeah, I think I was so used to seeing him up until this point being Dan in Roseanne. And then when I
Yeah.
saw him in this, he's fucking jacked. There's a bit where he's like, he's waving out the window and you got the biceps. And they're like, fuck me. I would not like to throw hands with fucking Dan from Roseanne right now. Okay. But
Yeah.
everyone is great. The cat, as you said, this is the fucking heavy hitters across the board. John Goodman, Elizabeth Perkins, Rosie O'Donnell, Rick
Richard
Moranis,
Mall.
Richard Mall, yeah, Halle Berry, obviously, as you said, up and comer. Kyle MacLachlan. Kyle MacLachlan's having an absolute fucking ball playing this. I don't think she was awful, Brian.
I wouldn't say she is awful. She's having fun. I think she's
playing
having
a
a lot
type.
of fun in this movie.
She's a honey trap. She's playing a fucking honey trap.
She's Sharon Stone. She's Sharon Stone, a la fucking Basic Instinct. That's as much as you can do that sort of in a PG-13, not even a PG. Was it PG or G?
It was G. It was G. But that might have been one criticism I'd cite. Not Halle Berry's acting. But you countered with something good. There's moments like, these kids' jokes, and next thing you fucking Halle Berry, like, with her jugs nearly coming out of her tiger stripe top on top of Fred's desk and stuff. Yeah, I don't think she deserves the hate totally, man. She has starred in some kind of very kind of questionable kind of movies, but at the same time, I wouldn't say she was terrible. Bam Bam was fun. Bam Bam was a fun addition, and I genuinely
Bam
think
Bam and Pebbles were played by twins. Bam Bam and Pebbles were both played by different sets of twins.
Yeah, one of the I think the woman, she's 37 now, who she played Pebbles. She went on to be I think run a law firm or something. I could be wrong. I read it up somewhere on IMDb. But yeah, it's weird that she never pursued acting. She was in this big movie and then that's it, But what was I going to say to you again? Do you think if it was made today, it'd do better, or do you think you could make this movie today, or do you think do you think the technology would be better, or would
I think people would probably object to the Halle Berry character. I don't think it would be better. I think it was actually made in the right time. It has this very 90s charm. And the weird thing with me is I wasn't a big Flintstones cartoon gal. Like, if it was on and there was absolutely nothing else, I'd keep it on. But even then, it would just be in the background. It was never like a particularly beloved show and stuff. So like when this movie came out, and I'm not a kids movie person anyway, even when I was a kid, that was never my kind of thing. But with the Flintstones, I didn't mind it, and there was a couple of jokes that actually kind of made me smile, and I knew who all these people were, so Jen appreciated all the sexual innuendos. Little Jen appreciated all the sexual innuendos of Halle Berry, and I knew, of course. not gonna be surprised anyone watching our channel. And I also really I even as a kid though, I was like, what the hell is Elizabeth Taylor doing in this movie? I wasn't mad about it, but I was, even as a little kid, I was like, you're like Hollywood royalty. What the fuck are you doing in this movie? And I know didn't take herself super seriously and she could poke fun at herself, but it was still a very weird fit.
I don't know. Maybe the ghost of Richard Burton fucking visited her and said, "You have to star in this movie, or my soul will be damned to hell forever." Damn it, Liz! Oh, I'm like,
And she's good in it. She's good in it. But then, I mean, she's
having,
Elizabeth fucking Taylor.
she's having fun. She's having fun. Like, to think of everything your father sacrificed: lambs, bison, your brother
Lambs.
Jerry.
That's one of my favorite lines in the movie, actually. That made me laugh as a kid, and that still makes me laugh now.
Yeah, I remember the Casper movie having Clint Eastwood and Dan Aykroyd and stuff. And yeah, sure.
That's true.
Mel
That's
Brooks.
true. That was kind of a popular thing.
Yeah, Mel Brooks is in Little Rascals. He was like, I remember Mel Brooks turning up in Little Rascals as the rabbi. "If you were my children, I'd punish you. If we were your children, we'd punish ourselves." I love that line.
Ourselves.
But
you know, and I think it's the fact that this movie has a little bit of bite. It isn't afraid to do a little bit, you know, innuendos and some, you know, kind of jokes that, you know, the theory back then was like, okay, the ones that are a little bit adult, it'll go over the kids anyway. And the kids like me, we were already little heathens. So, I mean, the movie really wasn't going to turn a kid like me any worse than she already was.
The damage was done with the fucking ilk of your kind, you know, so like, but it I do want to start as kind of segue off and just mention the practical effects from Jim Henson's workshop, like all the designs of stuff from the Brontosaurus crane to the tap, the sink being the mammoth, the boar being the garbage disposal. Just obviously, like, yeah, you could think, okay, this shit works in the realms of a cartoon. Could you do it indelibly in real life or live action? Yes, you fucking can. And again, you had the best people involved. Oh, hey, we got Grande here. I always sort of liked the Flintstones movie. Halle Berry was unreal in it. Oh my God. Yes, she was. As Jen says, there had to be something to the fathers who were dragged by their kids to this movie, right?
Yeah, especially, you know, like the divorced dads that had to take the little bastards to the movies. I mean, I feel like that's who the demographic was. And I think, well, like you said, Halle Berry, like everybody else in this movie, is having fun. I think even Rosie O'Donnell is having fun. But I know in the background, both studio execs and just assholes were like on her and saying, and I don't know if she does work as Betty. For me, she's kind of the weakest link. She's not terrible in it, but she doesn't flow as good as the rest of the cast. No, she doesn't. Or am I being too?
No, you're not. I feel that everyone is giving it their all. And I'm not saying Rosie O'Donnell isn't, but I just feel that everyone else's performance is that bit more organic. Elizabeth Perkins's Wilma is fucking great. And
yeah,
she hits the nail on the head. Hey, Timbo.
Hello, Thimble. Welcome. Yeah, I do. And I think part of it with Rosie O'Donnell, that you needed a softer actress. Like, and she's not like, there's just not the softness that you would think with Betty Rubble. Because like Wilma's actually the more harder one of the two, at least in the cartoon. She's always the one giving wisecracks, and Betty's a little more softer and sweeter of the two. And it's like, Rosie O'Donnell just didn't quite. No hate to her though, because I feel bad because so many people gave her shit to begin with. But if I'm going to be honest, she is the weakest link of this movie.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, no. Fuck no. We'll stick with Rosie. The other Rosie.
Is it weird? I'd kind of be interested to see what he would, what she would have done with the role.
No
I feel
fucking
she might have
way.
been
Grande says, Rick Moranis had the line of the year about Rosie when they told him she was playing Betty. He said, "You got it all wrong. Rosie should play Fred." Jesus Christ, Rick Moranis.
Oh, that's fucking savage. Whoa, I didn't know that. I thought Rick Moranis was a sweetie. Woo, that's kind of rough.
Fuck me sideways. I still love you, Rick Moranis, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, Tembo, the practical effects. Yeah, I was about to say that. The designs for the practical effects on by Jim Henson's Creature Workshop is amazing. Again, they're up there with Stan Winston's work on Jurassic Park. But obviously, you're going for a more cartoony style, a more kind of jovial design on the dinosaurs and stuff to be conducive with the cartoon. But still, they're awesome. Like you cannot beat fucking practical effects. There is some digital effects on certain dinosaurs and stuff from Industrial Light and Magic. They haven't aged perfectly, but in comparison to some other effects.
Bad.
They're not. In
They're
comparison
not
to some stuff that came after, yeah, they're nowhere near as bad. There are certain scenes that I'm like, shit, that's still better than the effects from Dragonheart, and I love Dragonheart, but the CG in that fucking aged badly. This not so. It probably helps as well that they're really trying to encompass the cartoon design. So that's the get out of jail free card. They're not trying to emulate realistic looking creatures. They're emulating fictional cartoony versions of the dinosaurs from the films.
Which I think gives it a charm, actually, Marty.
Yeah.
I think that actually gives it a charm because you know we're not trying to do something super realistic. We're trying to make this a fun and inviting world for all kids, you know, especially for littler kids and for their parents. And you are kind of dazzled by the set design and the dinosaurs. And like that was one cool thing about the cartoon is all these animals like doing the domestic things, you know. And I love the gag with the garbage disposal. It's a warthog, and it's kind of cute. And then the watch thing where you know, give me my
cough
watch
it up.
Back. It's cute. Yeah,
it's cool. It's cool. Brian says everything on set down to the bowling balls, pin, food, beers. They drank everything was thought. Yeah, they again. Levette and the design team done an amazing job with this. Yeah, it kicked ass.
They really did. It really did. It really did. And it's a fun movie. Marty, do you think this movie could have been made now and to still keep the charm of the 90s? Or do you think that it was definitely a special thing that only worked at its time?
I think I'm with you. I think this is something that it struck at the right time and had the right appreciation. Because the other thing as well, myself and yourself, we were around 10, 11, 12 when this came out, roughly around that.
Yeah.
And
around that era. Yeah, around that.
Okay, the
oh
Flintstones
God, Marty,
itself,
we're old.
No, but hear me out. The Flintstones itself was made in the 60s, 50s, 60s, and it was shown on reruns. And we, even at our age, we caught the reruns. We still knew that this was an older thing. And maybe it was shown on Cartoon Network or Toonami or whatever the fuck. But do younger kids nowadays, do kids nowadays even know who the Flintstones are? Like,
I think some of them do, surely, because it's like Scooby. The Flintstones are like Scooby-Doo and some of the others. There's just certain cartoons that just come up with every generation. There are certain cartoons that only 80s, like if you said Jim or He-Man to 80s kids, unless you had parents who collect that shit, most kids probably wouldn't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I think Scooby-Doo and like Flintstones and a couple
the
of
Hanna-Barbera stuff. Do you reckon the Hanna-Barbera stuff has the longevity? like I don't know though, would it have the same clout as stuff nowadays? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just totally underestimating younger audience
I
today.
think it's no, I think it's dying out a little bit. But like Brian says, people associate Flintstones with the vitamins, I think, and that's pretty true. Although again, that's kind of from our generation. Those vitamins were horrible. I had to take those fucking things, and I fucking hated them. Like gummies are like a godsend. Kids do not know how lucky they are to have fucking gummies. You could choke on them. They were horse cock vitamins. They were fucking horse cock vitamins, Marty.
Are
Oh,
you
I
sure?
hated those
Are
things.
you sure they weren't
This is triggered.
Brontosaurus? Are you sure they
This
weren't
is fucking
Brontosaurus
triggered me. I
cock
fucking hated
vitamins,
those.
Jen? You sure they weren't
My
Brontosaurus
parents
cock
said, like, did you
vitamins?
take your fucking vitamins? Ugh.
Jesus.
And they had a real chalky. God, I fucking hated those vitamins.
You got to taste the bed cock right there, yeah. But yeah,
I think you're right. I think kids this day don't know them as good as we did. And they
so,
probably would. There would probably be little kids out there going, "Who the fuck are the Flintstones?"
yeah, I think again it struck because
Except maybe the kids wouldn't say fuck.
You never kids over here probably, but yeah, I think it struck at the right time because our generation was still familiar enough with them to remember fucking the reruns
Agree.
and Toonami and stuff. Hey, Trenchy.
Hey, Trench. My mob buddy.
My other, it's not really slight criticism. Do you think the whole thing of financial embezzlement, that the plot of that, do you think maybe that might?
I mean, I knew what financial.
What? Oh, and that. I'm just having a bit of technical issues again. Sorry about this, guys. Hey, Trench. See you soon.
Okay.
You back?
I'm gonna just do the stop the cam thing because I think it works slightly better. I don't like to do this, sorry guys, but I think it'll work better and we can actually have a discussion. Getting back to the whole embezzlement thing, I think with the embezzlement thing, I knew what it was. I mean, I couldn't have given you a fucking detailed dissertation about it, but I definitely knew what it was, and it didn't bother me. I'm like, I'm sure there are people who do this, and it wasn't Fred. He was just kind of a fall guy, a patsy.
Yeah. No, but do you think it was a weird choice for a plot for yeah, granted it's a family movie, but like, you know, is this like it's up there with, it's not as bad as when you go in to see Star Wars The Phantom Menace and you hear about a trade federation blockade and you're like, well, I thought lads are going to be cutting each other up with laser swords. What the fuck is this? Like, you know, it's not as bad as that, but, you know.
I think what they did something smart. They made it super comical and they over exaggerated. You know, like the scene where he gets the raise and it's their version of money and he's like, you know, doing all of this. Like it gets to kids to understand. At least you understand what the fuck is going on. Like you might not know what embezzlement is, but you follow enough to understand. Now, if they'd done a more, you know, realistic portrayal, it would have lost kids. But I think they went smart and went kind of with the comic book and cartoony route, and I think that actually saves it.
Also, Trenchy makes the point is that the Flintstones cartoon had some adult themes and stuff. Yeah, actually, the first couple to be shown in bed together.
Mm-hmm.
Fred and Wilma were the first couple on television to be shown in bed together. Did you know that?
Yep. Yes, I did. Well, of course I did.
You pervert. You pervert.
And you know, they also sold cigarettes and I think other things as well back in the 50s.
Yeah.
Thimbo says so many 90s kids movies have businessmen as villains, and that's true.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
Captain
you
Planet.
would think it was the 80s. Yeah.
Fucking Captain Planet. Elon Musk would be a fucking some kind of mutant. Well, he is a fucking mutant monster, but he would have been a mutant monster in fucking Captain Planet as well.
Again, like you
I'm
said,
going to use my
he
cyber
is.
truck to destroy the rainforest.
He's not that
Okay.
cool, Marty. He's not that cool.
You're right. You're right.
He'd be the lame.
Stop giving your money to starving children. I need it for hair plugs. You fucking dipshit Musk. Anyway, go
What
on.
would be the lamest like villain ever? Whoever the lamest villain that's ever villained, like times that by 10, and then you kind of got Elon Musk. I don't know who the lamest villain is, but I'm sure you do.
What, fucking Gargamel from the Smurfs.
I like Gargamel. Fuck you. Fuck you. We will not
Okay.
discourage
Chill. I'm sorry. Jesus, you took my head off.
He's trying to he wants to fuck Smurfette. I don't know how that would work, like logically, because I think his penis is bigger than her. But wouldn't it kill her if he had sex with her?
Probably. Although, you've got to admit that village, that Smurf village, probably ran a train across that poor Smurfette.
Well, they had the other kid like later on, because I guess everyone's like they had that little girl, but that doesn't exactly make it any better, does it?
No, it doesn't. Trenchy says Captain Planet is underrated. Watch it as adults, it's more poignant as seen as a kid. They're working tackling some deep stuff. They tackle it, but in the most ham-fisted fucking way ever. Leave Gargamel alone. Musk is more like Alec Baldwin and the Cat in the Hat. Fuck no.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Trenchy is so wise. I agree with Trenchy. Trenchy hit the nail on the head with that one, darling. Getting back to the... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, after you.
Oh, I just was saying, getting back to the whole embezzlement thing, I think they made it to where it was very consumable, whether you're a little kid or an adult. And again, it's kind of, I imagine, again, the parents and the adults in the room probably got a little kick out of it. It's fun. And especially if you're a business person, you probably do want to embezzle money. Not that I would, but some people might.
Jen, this stream could be used in court against you, just to let you know.
Every stream could be used in court against me.
Actually, yeah. What am I saying? Yeah, my entire channel is now an indictment to your fucking existence. Let's see. Brian Blu-ray says, having fourth Smurf movie coming out this summer and still no Snorks. Tembo says, Smurf/human off-world stop all wars. Smurf child would stop. That'd be fucking weird. Would you get something like the Navi then, except smaller? I fucking don't know.
Again, I think everyone would die because like your penis is bigger than these little blue people, and I just imagine like a penis covered in blue jam.
Trashfire Cinema stayed trashy since 2016. Yeah. Fuck. Right. What if it was one of the male Smurfs giving it to a full-size woman?
Well, then it would just be a period, except instead of red, it would be blue. It would just be a bunch of blue stuff running down her vag.
Wait, are you saying the lips would fucking crush the male
No, but
Smurf?
like if you inserted it inside your vagina, if you inserted one of the Smurfs inside your vagina, and then you do Kegels. If you had a woman that was really good at Kegels, you'd just crush him.
Are you saying he would be mashed up?
Yes, if a woman was good at Kegels, yes.
They're like, I don't know about that. Like,
blueberry penis.
He could magic school bus her. Oh. Hey, Granddad, we don't know what you get up to on weekends, dude, okay? Don't be telling us any unique maneuvers.
The one that magic school bus.
Jesus. Hey, double feature. Oh.
I
Hey,
loved you guys on Monty's stream. I saw you guys on Monty's stream when they were doing Women in Horror, and I thought your episode was wonderful. Hi,
hey, Creepy McGee. Right. So moving away from
Creepy.
Kegels and
Creepy says,
Smurfs.
"Holy smokes, the stuff you hear when you join late." Yeah, Creepy, we were just talking, like, because Marty, I don't think, believes it completely, but I think, like, if a woman were to put a male Smurf, I mean, and Papa Smurf, I feel would be more Blueberry consistent because he's old. Chunky, you know?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. This is it's probably the last. The two ladies from Double Features, they're awesome. This is probably the last time they'll ever stop it to my stream anyway. But
that's totally fair. I'm harmless, so I really am.
She is.
Just a pervert.
Oh, okay. Right. If you had to cite one criticism for this movie, yes, back to Flintstones. Thanks, Brian. If you had to cite one criticism for this movie, what would it be, or have you any kind of other kind of criticism for it?
I actually really have it's weird because, again, like I said, I wasn't the biggest Flintstone cartoon enthusiast. I hated those vitamins. But this movie is actually sweet. And I know it's weird of me, of all people, saying it, but it's actually a very sweet movie. The one thing, and she does the best she can. She really, and I don't want to make this, but I don't think Rosie O'Donnell, maybe we could have had a different actress. She's not bad. But
who would you have cast circa 1994 as Betty?
You know who I would cast?
Who?
Shannon Doherty. She has kind of the pretty dark hair anyway, and she's got a softness
but would
to her. I actually think she would have been a good Betty.
Then? Would she have been too young back then? Would she have been too young back then, though?
I think it would work because she has a softness. She had a softness to her. I think it would have worked. I really do. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just because she has a real pretty dark hair, but I think it would work.
I think but I don't know, but I don't know if Shannon Doherty, because like she was in Beverly Hills 90210 back in. Jen, come back to the light. Come back. Sugar. Hang on. We'll try again. You back?
Rondé thinks it's a good call. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm sorry. And, guys, this is technical difficulties.
No bother. It's I don't know who I would have cast. Do you know who I would have cast? She would have to have died her. Meg Ryan. Jen? Okay, I think my answer killed her. Hey, Larry. Goodman was spot on. Yeah, Meg Ryan. I go with Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan. That's an interesting. Yeah, there's a softness to Meg Ryan.
Yeah, Meg Ryan, I would have cast her. And she's got the comedy chops when Harry Met Sally. I think she can do comedy and other stuff. Joe versus the volcano. I think she would have been a good choice. Let's see. Double Feature says, I don't know who I would cast. I wouldn't cast either. I think Rosie did a good job. Okay, Double Features was actually happy with Rosie O'Donnell.
I don't think she did a bad job. Betty was a little softer and Rosie's a little, she's not bad. I don't want to like start a hate train, but there's not a softness to her. You know what I mean?
I'm still shocked.
Whoopi Goldberg. Thimbo says Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
She could do comedy.
Yeah. No, she would have been cool. I just think back then in the 90s, I don't think fucking Hollywood would have had the balls to fucking do that.
Just go through the View host. That's what Thimbo says. Just Go to through. You don't have besides Meg Ryan is an interesting choice, and she was big at that time. She was very big.
Yeah, again, she had the comedy chops and stuff. But like we were saying, Rosie O'Donnell was not terrible
No,
as Betty. She just didn't feel like the character, and it was
no.
just it was just as a result of her having the laugh, kind of that got her the gig. I don't know if Jesus, I don't know if what do you think? What do you think, babe?
Oh yeah, actually, that I was thinking of Exit to Eat, and the bondage outfit. I'm not against it because of course
Jesus
I'm not.
Christ, no one should ever see Dan Aykroyd in leather underwear. God damn you, movie.
So should I send the yours back? I was gonna put it in the box. Has your name on it in silver glitter, or no, green glitter. Excuse me.
Bedazzled. You got me fucking bedazzled Lieberhosen. If you're sending me that, you might as well send me a fucking bottle of fucking talcum powder, because that's the only way my arse is getting into something like that. Apologies for putting that image in everyone's fucking head.
I like it.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, no,
Execution was fun.
it was a fun movie. It's one of those kind of cult comedies that it's Rosie's performance snuggled in there between another stakeout and fucking Flintstones. You've Exit to Eden. It's just a weird kind of oddity from the 90s. Um, but yeah,
Everyone thinks about the 80s, but
yeah, the 90s had some weird fucking movies as well. Aye. But what was I gonna say? Rosie didn't do for me as Betty. Yeah, no,
okay.
she was kind of hit or miss. Okay. She was kind of hit and miss, Larry.
Yeah, she was. She's not bad, and like I said, I don't like the fact that people gave her shit about.
Whoa. Again, apologies about the technical difficulties, guys. We're having myself and Jen are having trouble with our internet connections. But yeah. Shelley Long. Whoa. Well, she already got to play Olive Oil. I think one actor can only play one cartoon character. That's just my opinion.
Plus, I always like Betty over Wilma in the cartoon. Yeah, I'm with you, Larry. I liked Betty too. Wilma was fine. Wilma was a little bit, though, kind of a.
She was a bit bossy. She was a bit of a control freak, all right.
Wilma was.
I think.
Throat freak? What did I miss? It went out on me. What did I miss?
No, go on, because I think you're about to call Wilma a bitch.
Yes, I was about to call Wilma a bitch. Not that Elizabeth Perkins was awesome in this, but but the character, like the cartoon character of Wilma, was kind of bitchy. She was always nagging on poor Fred. He was just trying to earn some money for those.
Oh, shit! Sorry, Tembo. I fucking mixed them up. Yeah, Shelley Duvall played.
Actually, Marty, what about Shelley Duvall? Yeah,
right, no,
yeah.
The thing is, I just said she already met her cartoon quota as Olive Oil, but Tembo says Shelley Long.
Shelley Long. Diane from Cheers would have been an interesting choice too. Yeah, I get that. Sorry, Mike, this is still cutting in and out.
I know you're okay. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I got the fucking Shelleys mixed up. Yeah, Shelley Duvall is the one that fucking got screamed at and had a breakdown in The Shining. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, poor Shelley Duvall. Poor Shelley Duvall. Yeah, Shelley Long is Wilma. I could see that. And she
But
has comedy chops.
But yeah, it's is there anything else you would have changed or done, or kind of you were fairly happy with this movie, yeah?
Yeah, I actually was. And again, I wasn't a kids movie person, but even when I was even when my parents, I'll tell you a little thing of felony, because this always charms Lisa Loves, because she said her parents did the same thing. So back in the 90s when we had VHS rental places, my parents had two VCRs, and the reason they had two VCRs was because if you hooked it up right, you could copy, copyright. You could copy movies and keep them for your personal library. And that's what my parents would do. And my mom was always freaked out. She's like, "You don't think there's any way anyone can catch us doing this, right?" And
Oh shit, the feds! The feds are outside!
and
They
basically,
busted
and
through the
stuff,
window.
and when we would rent movies and stuff, we would, deem them if they were worth recording. And I remember my mom's like, "You want me to record this one for you?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine. I actually," and so, and normally with a kids movie, I've been like, "Ah, don't worry about it. Let's save the tape for something good like horror." And we actually, yeah, but my mom would get so freaked out. She's like, "There's no way they can test."
I like the idea of your mother's polarizing fear of you getting ruby ridged because they're fucking copying videotapes. It's like, oh shit! Get back inside! They killed the dog! That's
And
the
apparently
last
we
time
were
we go
the
to
only ones.
Blockbuster. Fucking hell.
Well,
Oh,
you'd see it freak her out because you'd see that copyright thing on the
oh
tape
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff, and she's like, "Oh, God."
fucking ATF agents spraying the house.
Brian Goes Blue said they used to do it too, so I guess a lot of people did that. We're all criminals.
And then let's see. Just watched Troop Beverly Hills recently. It was fun revisiting it. I haven't seen that one.
It's with Shelley Long and God, who's the other one? Is it Lily Tomlin? I think it's Lily Tomlin, but I could be wrong. But I know Shelley Long's in it.
I think everyone and their fucking grandmother used to bounce tapes. That was a term used over here. I think Lisa uses that term as well, bouncing tapes. You
She
copy.
did it. She told me, because when I told that story, she would be like, she said that took her back to the time because they used, and her parents apparently freaked out about it too.
Fucking my old man. Fuck them. What are they? It's like, I think maybe there was an FBI warning or some kind of warning on the Irish tapes. It's like the fucking federal fucking bureau or whatever. It was like, come on, Dad's like, they're over in America. What the fuck are they going to do with us? Like, but let's see. Hang on. Brian says, I still have recorded tapes on VHS. Had to keep some for nostalgia purpose. Yeah, I've stuff recorded off the telly. I've Predator, and I've Predator and Jurassic Park. I made my own packaging for the the shitty cardboard packaging that you get the blank tapes in. I drew pictures on them to show yeah. So it's funny.
And then you can't, like, when you're recording something, like if it was especially off a network, you can get the commercials and the stuff like that. That's actually, it's kind of cool. It's something, again, that's something this generation would never understand. We're old, guys. We're old.
I like back in the day, if you wanted a videotape or something, there was usually when we lived in my first house, there was usually a dude in a van with a box of videotapes. And most of them were shit. Most of them were like fucking stuff from the 50s, the Black Pirate with Errol Flynn and fucking other stuff, Baby Boom or Mr. Mom. And you're like,
fuck you, fuck? Mr. Mom's a classic.
But still, though, you're like, it was the same fucking tapes. And they're like, motherfucker, have you anything cool? And he never did. He never fucking did.
Double Feature Podcast says they have a VCR right next to their 4K player. I like the way you guys think. That is cool. That if I walked into somebody's house and saw that, I'd be like, yeah, legend.
Fucking, I love what people are doing now. Now I don't know if double features is doing it, but newer movies. I know. I think Gart was kind of touting the idea, but recording new movies onto VHS and
Okay.
then making special VHS. But like Prey, I'd love to get a VHS copy of Prey and like do the kind of box artwork like it had been released in the
VHS.
like it had been released in the 80s. I do know Alien Romulus got a VHS release and it was quite pricey. So
Yeah. The stuff we gave
I
away is now cool.
yeah, it's you miss these kind of stuff. Um Yeah, it's I still have my old my dad fucking threw it out and I fucking took it. I'm like, you throwing this out? And he goes, yeah, fucking tapes. I don't watch any tapes anymore. I grabbed it and I put it in. Now the only thing is it ate my fucking Jurassic Park fucking tape. Not the one you sent me, the one I recorded off the telly. So I'm gonna see if I can get a friend of mine to take it apart and take the VHS out of it.
It's pretty easy to do. I remember I had to do that a couple of times with and if you know what you're doing, it's not too bad.
Oh, okay. What is Double Feature? Is that an independent company? Do they kind of do stuff on request, or because obviously they're not affiliated with 20th Century Studios and the like? Some movies that VHS are only on VHS. Yeah, yeah. Again, it's. I miss VHS.
I do too. Now I've got some of mine. Like I'm collect. These are ones that I didn't have in childhood because we just had them recorded off the thing. And now. But if I find them at thrift stores, sometimes you look out and we'll find some pretty good tapes at thrift stores. And of course, I'm always on the hunt out for horror movies in particular. But I have a somewhat of a healthy collection.
If you want to see a fucking absolute cracker of a collection, going back to a chap who introduced me to the director of this movie, go to Gart's channel, go to Video Tasty's channel. Fucking superb and amazing channel and an absolute fucking gent of a dude.
Yes.
Oh, she's on Instagram. She's independent. That's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty cool. I'll check out her Instagram too. Cool. But is there anything else that you want to discuss about this movie? I think we've covered everything. Like we don't need to go in depth to the plot because
this is one that's not it's not exactly deep in cinematic themes and symbolism, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a fun 90s sweet kids movie, and it's not talking down to its audience. Like that's one thing I do appreciate with this is that like some 90s movies really tried to lean in on certain things and like didn't think the kids were smart enough, but this one actually it's just funny. They thought, okay, the sexual innuendos, the kids like me, there's no saving them, and the rest of the sweet little innocent ones, it'll go over their head.
Like there's been plenty of live action adaptations of classic cartoons with mixed results, but mainly shite. This is a fairly fucking awesome adaptation, and it could be worse. It could be the Rocky and Bullwinkle live action adaptation.
Fuck you, Marty. I love that. Now, we are going to have to do a Trashfire because I legitimately love the Rocky and Bullwinkle. I love the cartoon. And there's also another movie from the 90s called Boris and Natasha that's nobody talks about, but this is actually a really cute movie. Fuck you, Marty. And Robert De Niro doing Are You Talking to Me is fucking funny. It's just like the show.
Fuck did they get Robert De Niro into Rocky and Bullwinkle?
I thought it was cute.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
No, you guys are so wrong. I fucking love Rocky and Bullwinkle. It would have been a crazy
Rocky and Bullwinkle, more like Rocky and fucking bullshit.
No,
am I right?
Some, like your diehard Rocky and Bullwinkle fans say it is just like the show. Oh, that's cool, a clamshell. I like that. No, no, fuck you, Marty. I'm okay. We're doing this. We're gonna have to throw on Rocky and Bullwinkle at some time in the distinct future because I am tired of all you jackasses getting it wrong. It's funny, it works, and Robert De Niro works as fearless fucking leader.
Babe, you can have your spiel about Rocky and Bullwinkle. I'll be right back.
I will
Go
have
on.
a spiel. I do. You know what, Trenchy? We'll have you on when we do because Marty. I've decided Marty does not get to have any sort of say so in this. We're gonna do Rocky and Bullwinkle for a trash fire. Oh yeah, throwing. Okay, now Dudley Do Right. I can. You know who? My daughter Velvet would actually be the one to do for Dudley Do Right because she's a big Brendan Fraser fan, and she actually loves that movie. Unironically, it was like one of their movies they had in childhood. But the Dudley Do Right, Brendan Fraser, they kind of work. But as far as Rocky and Bullwinkle, I know this is one that people don't like for some reason, and this is one that was charmed. My dad was a huge Rocky and Bullwinkle fan, and in the 90s, they put them out on VHS tapes, and I'd never seen the show, and my dad brought home one of the VHS tapes, and I really liked it. Oh God, the first Smurfs movie, Trench. It is insane. Yeah, you're right on that one. That one I don't have as much juice to talk about with though, but I will. If you guys want, we're fucking Marty has no choice. We're fucking doing Rocky and fucking Bullwinkle, darling. When you get. We'll have to go back. We will, Creepy. We will do a fucking. We will, Hank Azarian. You're right. We will have to do a Rocky and Bullwinkle stream because, like I said, the show is fucking awesome. The show was awesome, and the movie was too. And I think for some reason that's a movie that gets unjust hate. Are you going to show off, darling? We've all decided. The chat and I've decided we're doing a Rocky and Bullwinkle thing.
Oh, fuck you, chat. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. So yeah, here's the thing that I find interesting. You guys, ye consider clamshells exotic, right?
Yes.
That wasn't really a thing. No, here over in Ireland, clamshells were the standard. All VHSs came in clamshells.
Really?
Yeah. I'll show you. Here, you being the horror aficionado, I'll try and get one that you can kind of appreciate. So, clamshell, reanimator, clamshell.
You better never show Sparky that one or you're going to miss it from your collection.
I'll give it to them if they want. I have a couple of Friday the 13th I need to send over to you. But yeah, I have a bit of a VHS collection here. Nowhere near as many as some people are. The first VHS I got for Christmas when I was I don't know what age I was. Matrix, Farscape, Fist of the North Star, clamshell, Snatch.
Actually,
clamshell.
darling, while you're showing, I'm gonna go grab something of my own, and we'll see if it doesn't fuck up the stream if I do
Go for it, babe. Fight Club, clamshell. This one and the Matrix have a really kind of the same kind of box. I don't know, kind of cardboard kind of. I suppose you'd still call it a clamshell. Oh, Blade Runner, clamshell. Ticks, clamshell. Heavy Metal, clamshell. House of Flying Daggers, clamshell. Let's see, Heroic Legend, Arsenal, clamshell. AD Police, clamshell. Kaboo, clamshell. Yeah, a lot of VHSs I have are anime. 3 by 3 Eyes, clamshell. Dances with Wolves. A Die Hard trilogy, all clamshells.
Ooh, nice.
Love this fucking movie. Romeo and His Bleeding, clamshell. Leviathan, clamshell. Awesome movie. Forsaken, Desert Vampires, fucking another wicked movie. And one of the best John Woo movies, Hardboiled. Hang on a minute, babe. I will I will solo layout. Han Solo.
These
Nice.
are, thank you, darling. These are the only clamshells I have, at least in the horror genre. I have The Exorcist and Firestarter, and then I have a bunch more, but I just grabbed a couple. I have my House of a Thousand Corpses. I have Interview with a Vampire, and then just to show you guys how much I fucking love Rocky and Bullwinkle. Now these are from my childhood. I never could get rid of them, but these were the Rocky and Bullwinkle VHSs that I had as a kid, and I held on to them. I didn't get rid of them when I got rid of most of my VHSs because I fucking love Rocky and Bullwinkle. They're fucking awesome, and so is the movie.
It. My fucking arse. My arse is that movie awesome.
God, Marty, what is your problem? What fucking hair is across your ass with Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Fucking excuse me, Missy, right? It's just a fucking drain of a movie. It's like, Christ, nothing happens. None of the jokes fucking land for me.
Keenan and Kel are fucking in the movie.
Yes, and not even they can fucking save it. When Keenan and Kel can't fucking save your movie, you know you've done fucked up. Okay?
Fuck you. We're doing it. We're doing it. We've decided we're doing it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're doing it.
What is your favorite live action cartoon movie? I could fuck with everyone and just say Masters of the Universe, but that's a guilty pleasure. So, you know. What about you, Jen? Rocky and Bullwinkle?
I'm trying to think what mine would be.
I thought it was Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Probably Rocky. Yeah, actually, I fucking love Rocky and Bullwinkle. The gem thing was disappointing. You want to talk about a fucking disaster? The fucking gem movie was fucking awful. TMT was good.
Yeah, the Masters of the Universe was so much fucking fun. And Frank Langella was brilliant as Skeletor.
How do we all feel about the Garfield live actions?
I like I'll give it that. I like the fact that they got Bill Murray to voice Garfield. Perfect choice, because Lorenzo Music voiced Garfield in the cartoon, and he also voiced Peter Venkman, which was a takeoff of fucking Bill Murray in Ghostbusters. Trinchy loves the first two Scooby-Doo movies.
They're not bad for what they are. They're cute. I would say they're in the cute category. I like them. Oh, Trenchy says Tell of Two Kitties is a masterpiece.
Haven't seen that one. Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's you're going over to they're going over to the fucking London. It's pretty cool.
Were you about to say you were going over to your neck of the woods, were you? I fucking hope not. I fucking you are. You are. I can fucking say it was on the tip of your tongue.
I wish something else was on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. No, but I still find it kind of perplexing that kind of clamshells were a rarity over there. Suppose a cost-saving measure.
Brian wants us to do Yogi Bear movie.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Jesus,
Marty. Honestly, not Jurassic June, but sometime this summer or in the fall, we should do an animated, live action animated kind of things. We could do we're definitely doing Rocky and Bullwinkle, and we could do a couple of the others. Okay, and somebody in the chat mentioned the Dudley Do-Right with Brendan Fraser one as well.
Will we throw? Do you know what? Just for Trenchy and Sparky's benefit as well, will we throw in SpongeBob SquareNuts into that fucking review?
I'm down for it.
Yeah, fucking. We'll do an animated month and we'll review a fucking live action animated porno. We're doing that. We're not doing the fucking Rugrats porno, okay?
What about the Inspector Gadget with Matthew Broderick?
Oh, I thought you were talking. I thought you were talking about a porno, Inspect Her Gadget or some fucking shit like that. I was like,
I'm
oh,
sure we
okay.
could probably find it. We'll go through and pick a few, but we definitely are doing fucking. I am going to defend Rocky and Bullwinkle's honor. I am fucking Ralph Macchio in the Karate Kid Part 2. I am the
I
person.
am the man who will fight for your honor. I'm not going to sing anymore in case I get a fucking copyright
I can
claim.
sing. You want me to sing?
No, 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 no. We're good. We're good. We're good, babe. We're good. We're good.
I am the man who will
Jesus
fight.
Christ, where's that fucking mute button? Hi. I think we
Yeah,
said
you know
all.
what? We'll do a poll and see what people want. Like, and we'll kind of pick from there.
Okay, okay.
We're not doing the Smurfs movie.
Definitely not. Yeah, you've got some hatred for the Smurfs. You want the male Smurfs fucking mashed up in women's JJs via Kegels. Death by Kegel to the Smurfs.
I don't have anything against it. And I like the actor playing Gargamel.
Is that Neil Patrick Harris that plays him? Or no,
No,
Neil Patrick Harris.
It's another, but he's
Hank Azaria. It's Hank Azaria.
Yeah, it's Hank Azaria.
Yeah.
Trenchy will be the one to fight for that movie's honor.
Jesus. Yeah, I think we've said all we can say about the Flintstones. Somehow we got fucking, fucking Smurf sexual snuff in there as well. Yeah, but it's our stream. It's one of our fucking streams. So Do
we have a reputation, darling?
Well, I didn't. I didn't initially.
Until you started streaming with me.
Yeah. Fuck.
It's okay. For anyone new, we're a couple. We've been together for probably longer than Marty wants to admit to.
Don't say it. Don't fucking say it.
I think we could. I think you could fit a couple of, like, depending on how wide your clamshell is and how well it's used.
Jen never told me how many Smurfs could fit into one of those clamshells. Don't encourage her, please. Please. This is like the zoo. Don't feed the fucking big cats. Don't feed the... we try our best. Thank you. We appreciate that. Coming from you ladies as well, that's fucking high praise, because you do. Everyone on the fucking chat does fucking wicked stuff, but you do fantastic stuff as well. We'll probably round it off here, but hang on. Oh, what's Creepy said?
My 4-year-old hasn't seen this one yet, and he's super into dinos right now, so I appreciate being reminded. We're for sure gonna watch it. Very cool, Creepy. I think they're at the right age to enjoy it. And also, I would recommend the show Dinosaurs from the 90s. I think your little guy would probably, if he's into dinosaurs, he'd probably really like it.
Although the last episode, you'll probably require therapy because of the last fucking episode. But bar that, it's a fucking great series.
We really should do a deep dive into that, because there is the one episode where he decides to not eat meat, stops being a carnivore, and there's all kinds of interpretations. Some people see it as a homosexual metaphor. Some people see it as a drug thing. There's all kinds of things with that. You know which episode I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. He abstains from meat, and Earl is like, "What the fuck? What's wrong with my son?" And as you said, that can be an allegory for drugs or homosexuality or like, no, I'm not putting either of them in the same fucking bracket. But
Creepy
as a parent,
says, he loves the Wereman episode. Oh, that's awesome! You're raising a cool kid, Creepy.
The episode that will always stick with me though is that fucking last episode. It's like yeah, they die. The baby, everyone and all the dinosaurs die. But like, it's really sad. But then you realize, oh yeah, these are dinosaurs. This was going to happen one way or another. So yeah.
Some people were really shocked, and I was like, what did you guys expect to happen? I know this was a fun show, but they actually it's a little deeper than some people might remember. They got away with some stuff.
The writing was very cerebral and a lot more clever than any fucking show like that had the right to be. Well,
Puppets. Not for Jen. Jen's just like, oh, puppet, please.
yeah, don't fucking remind me of puppets, young woman.
Oh, yeah. Marty has a thing against puppets. You want to tell the chat? I know some of the chat knows why you don't like puppets, but for new people here.
So, for our first movie, I picked Hard Ticket to Hawaii, which was a kind of raunchy action movie.
It had a snake and lesbians in a tub.
Yeah. Guess what this fucking freak show picked as her pick? Let My Puppets Come. She picked a puppet porno. And did I bitch? Did I say not to say anything? No. I sat there and I watched that fucking.
And you were laughing. You were laughing.
I was laughing at the fact that I was watching this fucking chicanery of a fucking flick. Aye.
You said you had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. But never fucking again. Ever. No more puppet pornos. Jesus. I still wake up in the middle of the night. No.
Brian
please.
says they got the entire line of McDonald's dinosaur toys. I remember those. I never had any of them, but I remember them.
Was that the Disney movie?
No, these were actual dinosaurs from the show. These were actually and a few others. They were cool.
Actually, do you have your figures there?
I have the one. Now this wasn't from McDonald's, but let me go get it.
It was. I think it was a Playmates one. It was pretty cool.
It was cool, and I think NECA put out like the Earl and Baby.
Yeah, NECA done some really cool ones as well. But yeah, I this woman drives me nuts, but she's fantastic, and no, just it's awesome streaming with someone you fucking care about, and that's why I love her. That's why if it was anyone else, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, you need to be committed. But she's fucking awesome.
What?
Nothing. I don't want to give you delusions of grandeur.
Ooh. And I found this at a thrift store, guys, and it even came with its little accessories.
There you go.
It has like a little green thingamabobber, and then it has like the food, like with the little legs. And I found this at a thrift store and I got it for hardly anything, and I love it.
That kicks ass.
It does. I like it. I liked it. Not the mama.
But yeah, I think we might wrap things up, Jen, unless there's anything else. And she's going to make a condom joke.
Is your penis cold, darling?
The minute it came out of my mouth, I realized.
Marty, I don't think a condom's supposed to go in your mouth. I mean, I guess you could use your tongue, but I don't know. I guess
I take back everything I said 2 minutes ago. Every fucking thing.
Oh, you guys collect the Moon Man. I need to like do a hunt for that. The Moon Man was so cool. He had the head of the moon and like up all like late from McDonald's.
I know of a video. I was interested in the Moon Man, and I'm like, what the fuck? There was a dude who fucking he done an exploration of unlicensed conversions of Doom, and yeah, one of them is you play the Moon Man and you're going around shooting Mexicans. It's bizarre. Someone done a fucking mod of Doom where you play as the McDonald's Moon Man and you're shooting like day laborers and guys in ponchos, and I'm like, what fucking psycho would do this? And why the fuck are they using the Moon Man? Yeah, it's just I can never look at that.
Your answers? Did you ever get your answers as to who or why?
No, but it's like someone that was fucking. There's some fucking weirdos out there. There's another person who done a conversion of Doom they recreated the Columbine High School and put that, there was some weird fucking modders back in the day. But yeah,
There's a lot of sick people in this world, darling. There's a lot
there
of
is, there is. Thank God they're not fucking bastions of fucking decency like us, right, babe? Right?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm a nun in real life, guys.
Actually, you were in one of our streams, technically. Yeah.
what?
But yes, my darling, my babe, my girlfriend, my world. What have you coming up next on your channel, or what's out on your channel that people can check out?
Right now, guys, I have a video that I did quickly. Like I said, I did not plan this, but Father's Day was yesterday, and I was thinking, horror has the mother field covered really well, but I was like, we're kind of lacking with the fathers. And then I was sitting there and I was going through movies. And I'm like, oh, but that has a father representation. That one. And then I thought, okay, I made a list of 12 movies that I think are really great that are horror representations from a father's perspective. So it's my top 12 good, bad, and simply deranged fathers of horror. It's a fun little video.
You knocked it up to 12, you cheeky bitch.
I don't know why. You know what? I do remember, I was like a genius. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I forgot this one and that one, and it was all me.
Was it two picks in particular? Was it two fucking picks in particular?
It was Pumpkinhead and the Woman, actually. It was Pumpkinhead and the Woman.
Jen's review. Oh yeah. Review from the
Reviews
grave.
From the grave, yeah.
Grave.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Why did I put a hashtag? Yeah, Jen's reviews from the grave. I fuck it.
With an S.
Give me a second, because I'm fucking. If I had brains, I'd be dangerous, babe.
No, you're brilliant. You know you're brilliant, darling.
I am my.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, me and Monty are real good. We work on horror hangouts together. That's how I discovered you guys. Is I saw your video with Monty, and I told Monty, God, these guys are great.
And they've done great collaborations with Lady Sasha, and I think they were on Dice's channel as well. That's where I initially came by them.
Dice is awesome. Oh, also, while you're asking, speaking of, you just made me. We are going. It is Pride. It is still Pride Month, and we are going. And we do it every year. For those of you who don't know, my daughter Velvet is transgender, and so we always do a Pride stream. And last year we did it with the brilliant Dice Roland, as well as Emily, Anthropomantic Fiend, and also Thimbo Cinema will be. They were supposed to join us last year, but things happened, and so this year, Thimbo Cinema is also going to be joining us. And we're going to be discussing this year for our Pride stream. We're going to be talking about the sleepaway camp movies, particularly the first one, because that one has the most representation. But we might venture into the whole series, including Return to Sleepaway Camp. Holy hell, guys. Oh, thank you, Marty.
Well, no, fucking slow arse motherfucker here. Trenchy beat me to it. Far more.
Sorry. Thank you, guys.
No, but so there's that. And when are you doing your mob? When you're doing your mob stream?
Probably I have to. Trenchy, I'll send you a message. Probably Friday. Joey said I'm going to be doing another stream. I nothing to do with horror. I'm primarily a horror channel, but I do have the Soulless Trenchcoat as well as Joey Nomad. We've kind of formed a little group, and we're going to be doing a Summer of the Mob. And what we're doing is 1 week we're talking about a season of The Sopranos, and then the next week we're going to pick a good mob movie. We did the Goodfellas, and then Trenchy's got a pick of Donnie Brasco for our next movie. But this week we're going to be doing the second season, a deep dive. And when I say a deep dive, people, I mean it. I think Trenchy even was like, Jesus Christ, Jen, for how long of a stream it went on. Of the second season of The Sopranos. And I'm rambling. I'm sorry, darling.
No, you're grand. And you're also going to see this gorgeous lady and some other awesome people, such as the Horror Miser Monty G, Sean Erskine, and Trivial Theatre, and maybe Lady Sasha. I don't know if they've confirmed her as a guest. on the Horror Hangouts tomorrow, where you're discussing extreme cinema. Is it Monty that's hosting, Jen, right?
Yes, it's Monty that's hosting, and Velvet will be joining us as well. My daughter Velvet will be on us with it.
Cool.
You'll love The Sopranos. It's so good. I would highly recommend it. I know people say about shows, but this is one that there's a reason it's been off the air for over 18 years, and people still are talking about it and loving about it. It's really good.
Has it been off the fucking air that long?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
We were in high school when it was on, darling, and I was in my last year. I was a senior in high school when it was on.
I thought I'd finished fucking secondary school. I think maybe I was starting college when it finished up.
When it finished, I'm talking about when it started. When it started, I was.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no. Myself, I done a review of some vintage Jurassic Park figures. I done the stream there discussing Predator Killer Killers. I was also on Lady Sasha's channel discussing it as well, and that was fun. And yeah, my next review, I'm probably going to try and see 28 Years Later. It's out this Friday, so hopefully I'll have a review for that up. But yeah, it's awesome streaming with this lady. Like, you could not ask for a better host. And just a genuine,
with my stupid technical difficulties, but I love streaming with you, darling. And it's not just because we're in a relationship. It's just I enjoy streaming with you. Not as much as I'd like to do other things with you, but I'm trying to keep it classy.
Yeah. Well, look, you already brought up killing Smurfs via Kegels. So I'm
pretty proud of that, actually.
That there's some child now who's going to have is going to need counseling. Before we go,
because it'll be my turn for the next Trashfire pick.
Go on. What is it?
Remember, you know what it is. Okay, I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, but it's a parody film, and it has a pink gay array.
Oh, fuck!
Actually, this was supposed to be my pick, but because of Jurassic June. It's Playmate of the Apes, guys.
I thought you loved me.
I do. You're going to love it, darling. You're going to love it.
I thought you loved me.
I do. I could pick really bad films if I wanted to.
Fuck off. Really bad films. Jesus Christ. Before we go, we just want to thank everyone who stopped in. New visitors to the stream, double feature podcast. Awesome ladies. Again, check out their YouTube channel and check out their podcast. Solus Trenchcoat, an old friend of myself and Jen's, and a fantastic dude. He is a wicked channel. Creepy McGee, another old school friend who's always stopped in. Let's see who else. Brian goes Blue and Coco too. Larry was in. Horror Cat Dad. Grande was in. Jen, help me out here because I am blind as a fucking bat. Thimble
was in earlier, and also you missed a comment. Horror Cat Dad said it could have been Double Dragon. I know. Girlfriend.
I like fucking Double Dragon.
You do?
Well, yeah, I did. Ironically, Eric was in as well at the start. Hey, Internet Eric here. Awesome people, fucking wicked people, and make sure you check out their channels as well as ours because fucking if you can come to our channel, and you'll get a concise review. But if you want something reparable, maybe check out the people in the comments. What you reckon, Jen?
You can come while you're watching our channel. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep it in, darling. I'm sorry.
Whatever way I answered that, it's still gonna sound fucking dirty, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. But thanks to everyone who stopped it. Stop laughing, you're just making it worse. Jesus. Aye. All right, with that, we're going to end this. we're going to end it here. We have to finish at some stage, right, Jen? Have to finish. You finished? You finished?
Oh God! Oh God!
Jesus fucking Christ! With that, good night,
Good
Slánawalya.
night. Happy penis, everyone. Happy penis.
Slánawalya. Bye.